Hey, you all. I know I've been gone for a minute. My bad, you all. I've been busy. I'm trying to pop in whenever I have some free time, but I ain't had no free time for real. When I do get free time, I sleep or like zone out. So anyways, but before anyone asks, yes, I saw the trailer for Real Housewives of Atlanta and it was giving, I am not interested. I don't want to see recycled Sheree, none of that. And Sheree, here's a little tidbit. Stop letting Bravo use you. In real life, that would be like a job terminating you, then rehiring you, terminating you, and rehiring you, terminating and rehiring you. That is so disgusting that you keep letting them use you like that. But I guess somebody got to pay the bills on Chateau Sheree. So anyways, we're not here for that though. We here for 90 Day Fiancé. And specifically, I want to talk about that nasty, deviant creep called Mike. Let me tell y'all something. For those who don't know, sorry y'all, that's my dog, or both my dogs. For those of you who don't know, I got into 90 Day Fiancé by way of Darcy and Stacy, and I've just been hooked ever since. It's riveting TV. It's riveting, baby. So I've been watching 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days with Mike and Jimena on it. I have a lot to say about the other characters, but I'm laser focused on that pervert Mike. Come over here, Mike. Let me tell you something. You have a problem. And it's not mental health that you've been trying to parade around. Nothing's wrong with you besides that I'm not going to say you're crazy, but you give me serial killer tease. You should be on investigation discovery. I get a very dark and chaotic energy from you. The fact that Jimena told you to get out her house and you refused and forced your way in her home, baby, you dealing with the right woman. You are dangerous and you should be in jail someplace. Here's the bottom line. This was a pay-to-play relationship. This was transactional. Would no woman worth their salt want a sawed-off, cock-eyed, creep fool like Mike? He's not good looking. He's balding. He's cockeyed. He's stumpy. I won't even say he's weird. He's just a creep. He's disgusting. You have poor hygiene. And here's the reality. I could smell you through the TV. Musty breath, musty feet, musty underarms. So I know Jimena is not lying. I know she's not lying. I could look at you and tell you don't take proper care of yourself. Belching and farting and stepping in poop and you didn't smell it? And then this most recent stunt where you're on live or wherever and snot drip from your nose and you didn't even get a tissue and wipe your nose. You are nasty. You're disgusting. So let's go ahead and get into this past Sunday's episode. I'm not going to here's the bottom line, Mike. You knew Jimena didn't want you. You knew Jimena did not like you. I feel a change in our relationship. Yeah, it's called I don't want to be bothered. And you were a fool and you were a sucker and you got suckered for your money. That's what happens when you have to pay to play. If in 34, 36 years, you haven't been able to actually be in a relationship, the problem might be you. See, you tried to paint this picture because you're a liar. I'm a volunteer firefighter. I do tag and I take care of my grandfather. You're still a nasty creep because you're on those cam sites every night. Jimena told it. You're on there every night. Jerking off to women who would never, they would pass you on the street and would never even recognize that you walked past them. The only way for you to even get a woman is to pay her. And here's the bottom line. If you didn't want her modeling on the website, you're damn right. You have to supplement my income. I have a whole family I'm taking care of. If you're telling me not to do this, you need to pay my way. Plus extras, especially the way you look and smell. And see, Jimena thought she could tolerate it until you got in person and you stunk. Stunk, whatever it is. She thought she could handle it. She tried to have sex with you and it was nasty. And then the second time you came, I'm unclear whether she told you not to come and you came anyway, which I wouldn't doubt. I wouldn't doubt that Jimena told you no and you forced your way in Colombia, which is why she didn't come and pick you up that second time. I would have left your ass stranded. I would have left you knocking at my door if I were Jimena. But they are filming a show, so I digress. You got there, you knew she didn't want to deal with you. And she was going to try to sucker you again. She said, I told you not to come unless you could pay for my titty job. And I said, you better do it, Jimena. Okay? I told you not to step foot in my country until you give me money for my boobs so I can model. And you didn't want to do it, so guess what? You didn't want to pay, so no play. It is of no consequence that you spent over $20,000 on her. It is of no consequence. I don't give a damn what receipts you got, Mike, because all the receipts we need is that you're a liar and that you're a creep. And so you showed your true self. I was never impressed by you because these weird looking guys love to play, I'm the good guy and no woman wants me. And it turns out they're a complete and absolute dipshit and a pervert. And that's exactly what you are. And on top of that, you're a racist and I think you're a homophobe. The nerve for you to hate any community. The nerve. the absolute unmitigated gall for you to hate anybody. Period. Like the nerve. But anyways, what really got under my skin this episode is that Jimena broke up with you. She didn't want nothing to do with you. She tired of you staring at her because you're weird and a creep. She's tired of your musty underarms, your musty booty, your musty feet, your musty breath. She's tired of you following her around. She's walking around the pool table. You're on her heels. Annoying. So the first time when Nelsie told you she using you for your money, go ahead and get on a plane back to America. That's what you should have did. But see, you leveraged that potential breakup because Jimena, you knew Jimena wasn't ready to give up the money. She hadn't secured funds from an alternative source, shall we say. And so she was like, well, no, I don't want to break up. I just need my space. And you slithered right on in. Well, can we sleep together? Because you paid and you wanted to play. So she gave you some play and then she refused to. And it's funny how you wrote your own death certificate. Once Jimena slept with you, that second time, I think that's what sealed the deal for her. She was like, nope, can't do this anymore. I tried, can't do it. She was so disgusted with herself. She looked like she wanted to bathe with bleach the day after. Was it good for you? How was it? You already know how it was. It was terrible. I'm not going to say what I want to say. I'm not. But it was absolutely terrible. Absolutely. And because you're a pervert, I can only imagine. Oh, you leave a sour taste in my mouth. So let's fast forward to the last scene. She breaks up. You run around, which I don't know why you did that. First of all, you're not from that area. You need to be careful. I don't even care if that's in America. You don't go running around the street like you crazy. Okay? So once they got back home, she allowed you to stay the night. See, you thought that because she allowed you to stay the night, that meant you all were going to reconcile. No, she told you the relationship was over. She was nice enough to fit you tea. And she said, oh, here's your rings back, which is what she should have done. She didn't want to marry you. Here's your wedding ring. Here's your engagement ring. Thanks, but no thanks. Oh, no. Why don't you keep them safe until we reconcile our differences? And let me say this. Throughout this whole conversation, Jimena was never disrespectful. She's a better woman than me because I would have chomped you down a size. When she said, no, the relationship over, you got mad and then you wanted to insult her. Oh, well, you do realize you're losing the best thing you ever had. You call you the best thing anybody has ever had? Have you not smelled yourself? Have you not looked in the mirror on yourself? Your eyes are like this. What are you talking about? I don't know if you're talking to me or the person behind me. You have a terrible personality. No charm, no nothing. And you're nasty. And she said, no, my children are the best thing that ever happened to me. And you couldn't refute that. So then the next one was, well, I kept a roof over you and your kids' head so you wouldn't be out on the street. She said, no, you supported me, but I can always model. Rent and food. And one thing I will say about Jimena, she's kept it. That's the same thing she's always said. I will go back to modeling and it will cover rent and food. Yeah, little sister, no extras. No extras. Y'all want extras? Her minutes are supporting this whole family. Her mother don't care about her happiness. Her mother only wants her to go to America so she can send her money. Jimena got the whole family on her back. No extras. Yeah, that's what happens when 1 out of 20 million people works. No extras for right now. Now, little sis, I don't know how old you are. You look to be about 15, 16. I know that Jimena said that it's hard to find a job in Colombia. You better do something. Better get on YouTube. I don't know I have no clue what to tell you. None. No extras until Jimena finds the next sucker. And she'll find the next sucker because there's plenty of Mikes, unfortunately, out in the world. So then when she hit you like, nah, I model. You're going to say, what type of modeling job are you going to have? Is it going to be that adult internet website? And see, Mike knew he was wrong. I'm huge into body language. When he said that last part, he did his mouth like this. He could barely get it out. Here's how stupid Mike is. He knew by saying that there was a risk that Jimena was expose him. But he was so hell-bent on insulting her and slut-shaming her that he'd rather have said it and took the chance that she wouldn't reveal it. I don't know why he did that because Jimena is sharp. And she said, yeah, what's wrong with that? That's where I met you. You were on there every day. And you kept coming back. You kept really low-key. You were stalking Jimena. You were stalking her. And you finally built up the nerve to ask her not to be on cam. So you had to supplement her lifestyle. Absolutely. If someone's a stripper in the club and you only want me to dance and perform for you, you're going to have to supplement the money I'm not making. Period. You want to be on those type of websites? It's a dog-eat-dog world. Oh, well. And see, I know you shamed because you didn't want your friends and family to know that. That's why you was lying, talking about Jimena swipe right on you. In what world would any woman want to swipe right on Mike? That's how we all knew he was lying. Oh my God, it was a dream come true. It was a dream unrealized. Because that didn't happen. And now we know it. And when she said that to you, you stood there silent. Because you set yourself up for the fail. And baby, she did not let us down. She knocked them all out. Then you got mad. Oh, well, you're cold and calculated. And this just only proves that you were using me for money. Yes, she was using you for money because you were a sucker. You knew that. That's why you would leverage money with her. I'm going to buy you this. Marry me. I'm going to do this. Sleep with me. Nasty creep. Because you know a woman who had her own stuff and own money wouldn't even look twice at you. And here's a real deal. Not even money can make a woman want to stay with you. Nasty and trifling and filthy. Sitting up there dragging poop through someone's house. You on live, snot coming off your nose. You can't even wipe it. I believe everything Jimena said about you. You're a nasty little leech. And then after she told you to get out of her house, you went back and forth with her. Yes, no, yes, no. Who the hell are you telling no to? I have evidence. I pay the rent. Well, but do you have evidence that your name is on the lease or the rental agreement? If the answer is no, then get the hell out. Now, I don't know the laws in Colombia, but I'm pretty sure your name is on the lease agreement or any agreement. So for you to throw that up in her face, I pay the rent. You're running up and down, in and out. Baby, let me tell you, if I was Jimena, I would have lured you outside, I would have locked the door and called the police. Although I know Jimena ain't trying to come in contact with no police based on her life that she used to live, baby. She's not trying to do that. But either way, you were wrong as hell. You forced your way in that house. You refused to leave. And you all, what type of people don't take no for an answer? I'll give you a hint. Rhymes with papist. Jimena, you are so lucky that 90 Day Fiancé was there filming, because it is not a doubt in my mind that Mike would have took you and all your family members out, burned the house down, and then got on a plane to America like nothing happened, because he refused to leave and cameras were there. Cameras were there. You told him to get out and he told you no 20 times. Then he lied and said, well, I have to go to work in the morning. You knew you had to go to work in the morning when you slut shamed me. Get the hell out. You refused to leave. Then it was, I just want to say goodbye to the children. So wait a minute. You're going to slut shame me, ridicule me, lambaste me, and now you want to have access to my children? Absolutely not. Who the hell do you think you are? Who the hell do you think you are? You're dangerous. And the whole time, I didn't know the children were there. Turns out they were. And the child came and hugged his mother. We saw a lot, but we didn't see the entire thing. You were probably raising hell. Who are you to run up and down stairs, in and out of someone's house, and children are there? Calling this woman a slut in front of her children. Jimena is a way better woman than me, because I would have warmed up some oatmeal, and y'all know where I'm going. Oh, you gonna get out one way or another. And then you attempted to usurp Jimena, and you went to her sister. At first, I was mad with her sister. But the more I watched it, the more I understood what her sister was doing. She was very calm. Hey, Mike, just go to a hotel tonight, pack your things, come back tomorrow and say goodbye. Although Jimena had told you no. Do you go to her sister? I just want to say goodbye to the children and your mom and dad. You don't have right to have access to her family, especially her children. But I don't know what's going to happen next week. But I hope that when you left, that if you came back, they didn't let you in. Because that was some foul stuff to attempt to usurp Jimena. She told you no, you couldn't come back. You going to ask her sister, what? So no, I'm not here for Mike. And it's interesting. TLC is playing a very dangerous game, because most of these people, Benjamin and Kimberly included, are some creeps. Kimberly's another creep, begging someone to have sex with them after they've told you no. You're another one that's a deviant. And I don't care that you're a woman. There are women predators out here all day, and you're one of them. That man told you no. He does not owe you sex. If he doesn't want to have sex with you, oh well. It's the same thing. If a woman tells you no, no means no. I'm going to get back on Micah Jimena. I'm going to give you a little bit. I understand what situation you're in. Your entire family depends on your income. And rent and food, yeah, it covers the basics. But you want the extras. You want the iPhone. You want the Apple Watch. You want the AirPods and all that. I get it. But when you realized you didn't like him, it was time to stop taking his money and find another sucker. That second time when he came down there, you knew when he flew down there the second time you didn't want to deal with him. So you were going to try to get him out his money for some fake breasts and lipo, but it didn't work. And you realize then, if he's not going to give me this, he can go right back home, which I don't blame you. Pay to play. And sometimes you got to ump the ante on these deviant individuals, okay? But you still accepted his money, and you shouldn't have done that. You absolutely used him for his money, every single cent. And you kept accepting money while refusing to play. Gimme, but no, that wasn't the transactional agreement. Now, was it? And Jimena, let me say this, and I'm not blaming you, but since you're 20-something, which she doesn't look like it, since you're 20-something, this is your third or fourth relationship where it hasn't been good. It's time for you to slow down and really start thinking about your children. Because the next person, because honestly, being with Mike, you put them in harm's way. I just don't trust Mike. You absolutely put them in harm's way. And I get it. One of your opening segments, you said, I want somebody to take care of me. I absolutely understand that. But you're going to have to find someone you're interested in, because you're not interested in Mike, and I don't blame you. But you can't use somebody for money and expect them not to get upset. I've said it a million times in this video. You are very lucky this was a TV show, because Mike is dangerous. And what's really, really upsetting, his family and friends are covering for him. Oh, Mike this, Mike that. Mike is a piece of shit. Period. Piece of shit. Never mind the racism and homophobia. You told him no, and he refused to leave. Baby. Could not have been me. Could not have. Just the utter disrespect for you and trying to slut shame you. Jimena, I know that's your job. I'm not going to tell you the new job. But you need to be careful because creeps like Mike exist. It's plenty of them out there. He's not the only creep. So please be careful, but stop accepting money from men that you don't want nothing to deal with. When you realize that he stank, when you realize that he smelled poorly, his hygiene was poor, when you realize he smelled like a skunk, time for you to cut it off. Period. You absolutely used him, and he's validating that you used him. But, because I heard you say, well, I didn't tell him to do it, but you didn't decline it either. So you have a role to play in all this as well, but not as big of a role as Mike. So with that, I'm done with my rant, you all. I will try to come in here and talk about love and marriage, Huntsville. I'm going to have to breathe deep for love and hip hop, Huntsville. Okay. So if there's nothing else, I will see you all later. Mwah.